It's Week 5 of the National Football League, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Titans and the Commanders, all that and more, coming up next.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Today we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Tennessee Titans and the Washington Commanders. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand, and CD, you look at Washington coming into play here. Their offense is a unit that's not afraid to take chances out there, but not always for the better. What do you see them trying to do here?
I think they'll continue to take those chances, Brandon, but to me, they have to do it in a measured way. And what I mean by that, they can't just come into a game and throw caution to the wind and just run a bunch of gadget plays, a lot of reverses, end arounds, all of those things. They've got to identify the spots where they want those plays to pay off, which means you have to set them up, and then when they present themselves, take full advantage.
Two of the bigger disappointments in the first quarter of the season doing battle here as we get this one underway. This taken in at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here come the Titans for their first possession on offense, and leading them out in his fourth season with the team, 10th overall in the NFL, Ryan Tannehill.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
One touchdown, one pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
Tannehill to the air to start out. Phillips has it, running the out route. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Looking to throw again on second down. Tannehill. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up fourth down. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. Commanders trot to the field for their first possession, and it's the seventh-year quarterback out of North Dakota State leading the way. His third NFL team, Carson Wentz.
And it would be interesting to see pretty early in this one exactly where his head is, because the best quarterbacks shake off performances like he had last week. Way too many interceptions. Didn't throw a touchdown pass. Team lost the game. Let's see if he can bounce back and get things going in the right direction.
He'll be trying to forget those 3 picks, as you noted. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
There's no doubt that Curtis Samuel and Washington will both welcome a redo at his first year there. Injuries kept him to less than 100 snaps across 5 games. Everyone's hoping a return to help gets him back on track, where he's making a push for his first 1,000-yard season in Carolina. That catch there, good for a first down.
That's into the hands of his tight end, Bates. Now we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Second and 10. They'll run for the first time with Antonio Gibson. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. Now Wentz. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Titans are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. They run with a big man in his 7th season. It's Derrick Henry. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. He finds his man, complete. It's Phillips. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Tannehill. He finds his man, complete. It's Phillips. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Tannehill. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Phillips. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 35. He had 3 catches last week. That one his 3rd on this drive alone. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. A first down carry for Henry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right of the yard. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. Another try after the first down sack. Tannehill. And this is incomplete. Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, it's complete. An athletic grab, but still well short of the first. Bullock's kick is good, and the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. Their second drive here of the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
They'll try the left side with Gibson. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Now Wentz on 3rd down. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. The numbers on the ground for Gibson a week ago. 12 carries, 71 yards, and a touchdown.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle.
Harold Landry's coming up a career season with the Titans to the tune of 12 sacks and a Pro Bowl. And those numbers rank 10th in the NFL. And the Titans, they're certainly expecting that type of production for years to come.
So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt, and it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Looking sideline, and he's going to have his man as he was able to walk the tightrope there for the completion. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Titans in possession of the football as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Henry up the middle. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on that play for the Titans. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
And with a guy his size, you have to know defensively that arm tackles aren't going to fly with him. You have to be able to wrap up, or else he can just brush tacklers aside like they're not even there.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. They keep it with Henry on 1st down. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. got it again with Henry. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Coming up in prime time here in Week 5, a couple of division rivalries on the docket. Beginning tonight in the AFC North with the Bengals and Ravens from Baltimore at 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow, Monday Night Football, Raiders and Chiefs from Arrowhead in the AFC West. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Wentz. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Wentz now to throw. Got his target, Samuel. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Play action. Now Wentz. That's going to be caught downfield by McLaurin. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, a 22.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I'm thinking the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Wentz to throw again. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Bud Dupree off the edge and getting to the quarterback. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Wentz. This pass hauled in by Dotson. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
And now the punter Tress Way as he sends this one away. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And we spotlight Derrick Henry now. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started at the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season, and, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and boy, are they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for him.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. Here's Tannehill. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. And taking a gander at the NFL scoreboard in Minneapolis. Early on, it's the Vikings in the driver's seat. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Wentz now on 1st down. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his 1-on-2 matchup.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Gibson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Wentz. Open man is Samuel, complete. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Throwing now is Wentz. Able to connect with Dotson. And he's going to have a Commander's 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Throwing on 1st is Wentz. Going right back to Dotson. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. Derrick Henry and the rest of the Titans offense about ready to roll again. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, trying to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. To throw again on 2nd down. Tannehill steps away to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. To throw is Tannehill. And he'll get this underneath to Henry. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. To the air again, Tannehill. They set up the screen for Henry. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing again on second down. Tannehill. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up.
One of the few things that hasn't gone right in this first half. They had a chance there for late points, but this one winds up off the mark.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that is incomplete. So we've reached halftime. All we have to show for the first half, a lone field goal. 3-0 our score. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. Let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Continuing on, here's a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Titans. And even though they've got a halftime lead, they're likely devising ways as we speak to try and get a little more production from their passing game. Meanwhile, for Washington, they too didn't throw the ball as well as they would have liked. And I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Taken at the goal line. The Washington offense ready to go to begin the third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that run game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half. Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurate when he throws a nice pass for a first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. To throw, it's Wentz. He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. On second down, a run with Gibson. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run with Gibson. And Gibson looking for some kind of opening, but he has none. They rally up to stop him short of the marker. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And he is going to lose yardage here. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Again, it's Henry. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one goes sailing out of bounds. Where did it cross? Well, they're going to say on this side of midfield. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. That's sacked by the DN, Danico Autry. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
Yeah, he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Out of the gun, Tannehill. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And it looks like the offense did get the football back, but it is clearly in that end zone, and it's going to be a safety. So maybe the defense will have to kickstart the offense here. The first points of the game comes from that defensive unit.
Yeah, sometimes you get together and you say, hey, maybe it's on us today. We have to go out and force the issue and make a play and get everyone else going.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now. It's taken to the 26. The Commanders' offense set to take over. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A give running right, Gibson. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Throwing is Wentz. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. shotgun handoff to Gibson. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Working from the gun, Wentz. Targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. A handoff running left is Gibson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On first down, right back to Gibson. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Credit the tackle for loss to Harold Landry.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. A run here for J.D. McKissick. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but man, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now Wentz on 3rd down. He's going to rifle one deep left side, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And it's off the left upright. Oh, my goodness. Heartache. It's no good. And that'll keep this a 1-point game. Man, it is a cruel game sometimes, as evidenced by that kick right there.
Yeah, this game has no remorse at times, does it? I have a feeling that when this left his foot, he thought he'd given his guys the lead. But that ball just kept moving on him. And in the end, you heard the sound, and he's denied by the goalposts.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. He'll start with a give to Henry, and he carries this one past the midfield stripe and into Commander territory. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back, and they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Inside handoff, Henry. 62 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. This is Jeff Swaim, the tight end. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Well, a clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Tannehill. That's caught by Hollister. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. The Titans on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They'll run for it with Henry. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. They got a couple of the coverage that they needed as they convert on 4th.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end, and he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
4 yards.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Tannehill into the hands of his tight end, Jeff Swain. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. Tannehill. He dumps it off for Henry. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. They call it a loss of a yard there. And now what we have here, a 3rd and goal. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Now Tannehill on 3rd and goal. Touchdown! Cody Hollister, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans will add to their 4th quarter lead. Well, we lasted all the way to the 4th quarter without a touchdown being on the board, but here a key one to extend the lead.
Definitely, and I really doubt, though, that that's going to open the floodgates. What do you think, partner?
No, not the way that we've seen these defenses play.
Yeah, no doubt about it. They've been rock solid, but we had to know that sooner or later, someone had to surrender a touchdown, and it happened right there.
Extra point up and good by Bullock, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Another drive coming up for this Washington offense. Still plenty of time here in the 4th quarter. Just a 1-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. Wentz now on 1st down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Harold Landry able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in 1 game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Throwing now is Wentz. And he's going to go down again. It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Wentz and the Commanders staring down a 3rd and long now after that sack. Now back to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. So here are the Titans to take over on offense. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. 74 yards rushing for him now to this point. Here comes a big one as this crowd gets out making some noise. It's 3rd and short. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
1st down, Tennessee.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Off the option, here's Henry. To the 36-yard line, stop there. And now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll run it again with Henry. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. Henry up the middle, and he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the 1st down marker.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Bullock's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, some field goals are bigger than others, and that one makes this a 2-score game.
And with the way their defense has played all game long, that's kind of a love letter to them because that might very well be all the points they need.
This one fielded at the 5. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you.
He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Charles, in these lower-scoring games, you know it better than anybody. Points are at such a premium, but taking care of the football is king. They played turnover-free from whistle to whistle, and they come through with a victory.
Yeah, and that's what won them the game, because even doing it that way, being that clean partner, they weren't able to really run away with this game. So that tells us just how important it was to make sure you played mistake-free football. That led to the victory.
So for Tennessee, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Washington, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears.